Bob Foulkrod's chasing whitetails in Wisconsin, the land of book bucks and big dreams.
I have no idea what that deer's going to score, but I think I'm going to kill him. It's a fantastic hunt to go to, and it's a privilege just to be able to come out here and be able to hunt with Paul. That's him, that's him, that's what we're looking for.
Winchester Legends is brought to you by Winchester Repeating Arms, the guns that work. She Outdoor Apparel, her adventure starts here. Ram, there are a lot of places to go in this big wide world, and the new Ram Outdoorsman can get you to every one of them. Hunter Specialties, the world's largest supplier of hunting accessories. And by Otis Technology, the most advanced gun care systems in the world.
It's encouraging to see a lot of young bucks. That's next year's bucks right there and the year after. First day of Wisconsin shotgun season. We got in here real early. You could hear deer fighting it, when it was too dark to see. But right now we got deer all over us.
This hunt's happening in the heart of America's Dairyland, just west of Green Bay, where Bob's looking to put the squeeze on a Badger State bruiser.
When does a hunt really start? I guess this hunt started several years ago when I was at the Whitetail Challenge and I met Paul Keller and Tammy and Seth. And every once in a while something just clicks where you just want to go back and spend time with them.
My name is Paul Keller. I own some property in central Wisconsin and invited a friend of mine up here, Bob Foulkrod, to hunt whitetails with us this year. Whitetail hunting for me is pretty much a year-round thing. I'm already preparing for next year, trying to think of new ways to attract deer, different food plot mixtures, that sort of thing. New trail cameras, different places to put them, stands, you name it.
We got invited back. Paul's got a very unique area in here that he manages. He's in quality deer management, and I've never seen anyone be more enthused about their deer herd. So to get ready for the hunt, obviously we start in Pennsylvania and we try different ammo. Going to Wisconsin for their shotgun season. Right now I'm going to try two different ammos. They're both 300 grain, one's 2 3/4, one's 3-inch, and we're going to shoot her down there at 100 yards and see which one groups the best, and then I'll make up my mind which one I'm taking to Wisconsin. That's not too bad. Let's try the 3-inch now. You know what? I think I'll let you decide which one we're going to take to Wisconsin. Which one would you take to Wisconsin?
Both patterned well for Bob and performed as they should have. The 2 3/4 load, however, based upon how the scope is set, is probably the better choice for this trip.
I used a 2 3/4 last time I went to Wisconsin.
Bob knows his way around the Wisconsin deer woods, recently taking a big buck off the ground with his Winchester and earning congratulations all around. And the last time Bob hunted with Paul, they got a wide, heavy-horned, all-American 10-pointer to come in range. Then Bob lined him up and put him on the ground. And not long after that, he put him up on the Keller's trophy wall.
Well, we get up early that first day, and Tammy's job was that she's going to take us out to the stand, drop Paul and I both off, and then bring the four-wheeler back. I bet Paul wasn't there an hour and a half, and we hear the gun go off one time, and you go, yep, that's Paul, he's got his buck down. And I should have had a deer down about that same amount of time in that hour and a half. Well, when we show up, Paul's got good news and he's got bad news. Obviously, the good news is he's got hundreds of pictures of deer that he sent us. Bad news is the corn is still up.
Typically the corn is harvested by this time. We had a really wet fall. October was a lot of rain.
I mean, you know what it is when the corn's still standing, and those deer, it's like a jungle for them. It's a sanctuary. They go in there, and with any pressure at all, they just go nocturnal onto you. So that was the good news and that was the bad news, but you know, whatever the news was, it was good to be here.
Long before the fans in Lambeau Field were putting giant wedges of cheese on their heads, the tradition of whitetail hunting in the Badger State was already well established. Prior to white settlement, the Santee Dakota Indians of Wisconsin's southern prairies depended on whitetails for meat and hides. 160 years ago, Wisconsin began enacting game laws to protect its valuable deer resource. And today, there are nearly 1,100 typical and non-typical Wisconsin bucks in the Boone and Crockett record books, including the famous and long-standing former #1 typical, the James Jordan buck, taken in 1914. Nowadays, from the big north woods to suburban habitats, whitetail hunting remains a family affair for hundreds of thousands of Wisconsinites, worth over $1 billion to the state's economy.
That's a beautiful deer right there. And I have no idea what that deer's going to score, but I think I'm going to kill him.
This deer walked out and I looked at him and go, oh, that's a pretty nice deer.
Oh, he's high and pretty. That's a good deer.
And you have to understand, Paul's got these pictures of these gigantic bucks, and it doesn't take a lot of buck to make me happy. It's just all these emails and all these big bucks are flashing through my mind, and I should have got more aggressive than I did, but anyway, he walked across the field.
Beautiful, beautiful buck. My problem is I know what's here. I hope I don't regret that. I should have got a little aggressive with him and shot him. He's gonna go up in that other field, check things out. I can't imagine having deer bigger than what that one was right there.
And we sat there for 12 hours, and you know, he'd come back down. We got a glimpse of him off into the woods again, and we got a pretty nice 8-point, and I was kind of talking myself maybe to shooting this 8-point, but I knew any second this deer was going to walk out, and he didn't. It got dark on us, and when I came back, Paul said, oh, that's a good buck. You couldn't get him. And I go, well, I probably could have, but I was looking at these other pictures, you know, and I knew I messed up.
I have no idea how many bucks we've seen today, but a pile of them.
Winchester Legends is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. Ram. There are a lot of places to go in this big wide world, and the new Ram Outdoorsman can get you to every one of them. And by Redhead, finest in the field since 1856.